世界
World.
技術
Technology.
最先端
Leading edge.
情報
Information. World Techstream. Android Cafe International.
So the company has been founded 10 years ago. First, we founded the company in US, then we found the subsidiary in Vietnam just 1 month later. So our company has been then more than 12 years. In the beginning, we are just a small company with around 20 people. And then right now we have 5 divisions working in different areas. The first one is in factory automation. But by factory automation, we think about very advanced industry, just like semiconductor industry. So very advanced, that a lot of automation there. So the second division we call ICT, Information and Communication Technology. The third one dealing with test and validation of system. The fourth division dealing with SAP implementation, and the latest dealing with embedded, where we develop not only embedded software but also for set-top box, for Android and mobile. That's the 5 division. So we fairly divided between 5. We are 500 people, and then almost every division has almost 100 guys. So we prep and prep. And you know that in the beginning, we work only for the Japanese market. Yeah, since the year 2000 till the year 2003. So right now we cover worldwide, US, Europe, Japan, Southeast Asia, and Vietnam.
And you started in the United States,
yeah.
And now the main operation here in Vietnam, which means the why you moved to separate operation.
So because all the development workforce is in Vietnam, all our engineers are studying here, we train them, we send them working abroad. So it's why we concentrate on our effort in Vietnam, including management, accounting, finance, everything will carry out in Vietnam. But we keep a very close relationship with the headquarters.
But only a technology point of view, every time the US is leading the worldwide technology and global standard and something like that. Why you our focus in the development work here in Vietnam?
Of course, the high advanced technology are very found in US, but that the world is flat now, so we can learn very quickly what happened and what doing in US, try to catch that, to learn that, and try to apply that in Vietnam for serving our customers. I think that we build this company with a dream.
Dream.
And yeah, so to achieve that dream, we have 2 things: passion, and then persistence. I think that with a dream, without passion, we will fail, we will stop easily. And when we have difficulty in the company, we need persistence, consistency in our act so that we can continue to work. And I think besides the technical aspect, That are the key factors that allow us to grow and to keep the success of the company. Let me explain to you the first project we work on is for a very, very big company in an area very, very difficult. You know, in the factory automation, we have one software called MES. And that MES apply in a very big semiconductor factory. So we should be, you know, very courageous to take that project, and we make it with success because a lot of people have passion in their work. Otherwise, you know, we have just established a company and we work successfully for that project. I think we keep the tradition inside the company. Every time we're facing with difficulty, we work with patience, but with persistency.
Yeah, to keep the passion is very difficult thing, you know, and all of you, the huge engineers, you know, what's the key word? Keep the passion.
You know, they want to achieve, all of us would like to achieve our dream, having a big software company in Vietnam capable of serving our customer worldwide. That's a very challenging job. And when you achieve that challenging goal, then you feel very proud. And I think that also people here like pretty much technology, new application domain, drive our passion. Yes, we have very, very big turning point in the year 2003, 3 years after the foundation of the company. We almost died at that time.
Oh yeah.
The reason is that, you know, in the beginning we are work only in semiconductor industry, and our unique market is Japan. In 2003, you know, it's the SARS, the sickness SARS, and then also the downturn of the semiconductor industry, and also difficulty in Japan. So we are in very, very big trouble. And then, you know, also not only we have only the Japanese market, we invest a lot. We invest in IC design, but we don't find project yet, just in learning curve. So in 2003, we facing a big difficulty we have. And then fortunately, we got some investor.
I see.
So also the lesson learned is that we don't want to work only in one industry. We would like also to avoid that in working in different markets. So by that, so we from only semiconductor application, we go to ICT, we go to testing, we go to other division. And also not only in US, in Japan, we work in Japan, we go to US, we go to Europe, we work in Southeast Asia, and finally we work also in Vietnam. So you know that during the 12 years, at some time, the biggest market for us is Japan. But when Japan has some difficulty, we have been covered by the US market. So some sort of equilibrium between different markets and different industry that allow us to sustain our development.
I think it's a good suggestion for some other, you know, companies that only to depend on one area. If something happens,
you know, we were very proud because working in semiconductor is not an easy job. So we are very happy working in that until we found that we might have big difficulty when the industry going down. So we would like in 5 years to be one of the top 5 of IT enterprise in Southeast Asia. For what? To serve our worldwide IT customer. So we provide with our worldwide customer with high quality solution, high quality product. By doing what? By combining high technology, research and innovation in such a way that our offer at the very competitive total cost of ownership. We don't want to just to sell low cost. We would like to sell high quality but very reasonable, very good to customer. I think that there are a lot of pro for potential for growth. You know, if we can tackle the Japanese market with good resource and good quality service, I think we can grow much quicker.
What do you think about the Japanese market now? The Japan itself is what's this such wide economic growth in there?
Yeah, but we feel that this year, last year we have some difficulty, but this year we start seeing some coming project from Japan, even a very good project. So I think that somehow the Japanese market will pick up again. Cannot stay always at the bottom. So I believe that the thing has been changed, and I hope that in the future we have a better opportunity in Japan. I think that as a lot of development in Asia has been done and continue to be done in Asia, more and more investment to Asia. So normally IT should follow, but I do believe that Asia has become a major center for outsourcing worldwide. So I have some report here. I shall just show you the contribution of. You can see that Asia take a big part for the new outsourcing center.
Yeah. And the next one, the Latin America, Europe.
Yeah, Latin Europe.
But Asia is almost the 60 and 70% of.
Yes. And I think that with the potential of Vietnam, Vietnam has the second largest population in Asia, except in Southeast Asia after Indonesia. So with that potential, I think that the IT Vietnam could have big growth in the coming year. In particular, the Vietnamese government try to give a lot of incentive to develop the IT sector of Vietnam. I think that it's very difficult to explain why we believe that Vietnam can grow the IT sector. But one factor is that somehow I think that we have received some God gift. Engineers in Vietnam are working very well in IT. They learn very quickly, but more than that, they used to be very hard workers. And I think it's two factors, the capability of understanding the requirement, to learn quickly technology, to apply that. I think that gives some Vietnamese engineers some advantage in the competition for the market. Vietnamese engineers used to love mathematics. So if you're strong in math, so you have better chance to make good progress in IT. But of course, the other country always a very tough competitor. We need to work very hard to win. I think that investment in technology, not only in technology, but also investment in quality, investment into our way of work, how to work efficiently. I think that what we need to invest for the future. But somehow you might know that Vietnam has become the destination in IT outsourcing or IT development of a very big company. By that fact, there are very high competition for the workforce. The domestic market has a potential to be a very big market. The government has insisted on the fact that the IT should be the infrastructure of the infrastructure. So that means that very important, and that go everywhere in the society. So from that, that will generate huge need. For example, for Cybersoft, what we would like to in Vietnam is that we should be a very big system integrator, capable of integrating ERP solution and factory automation. I tell you that our vision is that in 5 years we should be, maybe the top 3 instead of top 5.
Yeah.
So we should achieve the size company about 1,500 people or 2,000. It depends on organic growth or inorganic growth. And we should go IPO to become very big corporation in Vietnam. That's the idea. And to make our employee here very happy.
Yeah.
Because in our core value, beside vision and mission, in our core value, the first thing is that we would like to make our people happy. We would like to make our customers satisfied, and we will need to meet expectation of our shareholders. But the aspect of happiness of how people become a very important of our core value. I would like to send first message to our Japanese customer. For us, Japan is always a strategic market for Cybersoft. Business could be up and down, but we only believe in the long-term relationship with our Japanese partner and customer. And we are very thankful to our Japanese customers because we learn a lot in working with them. If our software quality is good, because we try to understand the standard and how you work. And by learning, by doing that, we grow our quality to other customers. So to our customer worldwide, as I presented to you about our vision, we would like in the best position to offer our customer with high quality service, a long term and not just a short term relationship that we are aiming at. And on that, with a very competitive total cost of ownership.
FPT Software, our company, is a subsidiary company of FPT Corporation. The FPT Corporation itself is established 24 years ago in Vietnam. Actually, this week, Thursday, we celebrate the 24th anniversary of our company, September 13. So when you talk about FPT, you will find the number 13 quite often. In many occasions, we have the number 13. So it's our lucky number, it's considered. Back to the question, FPT Corporation established in 1988. The first name is actually FPT stands for Food Processing Technology. This is it has its story, many stories. Why we choose that name, or actually we want when we established FPT, we want technology. We want to be a technology company, so we have a technology in the name. But the other thing is, what is the most important matter for the Vietnamese country, for Vietnam country, for Vietnamese people at that time is actually still food. 24 years ago, we just opened the economy, still very poor country, have not enough to eat. So food is important. That's why we choose the name FPT Food Processing Technology. But over the time we changed to financing, promoting technology, and now FPT just stands for FPT, no acronym. We established 1988, and then after around 10 years, we became the #1 IT company in Vietnam, in the domestic market. And then Mr. Binh is now the chairman of FPT. We thought about what to do next, what after becoming the #1 in Vietnam. And then he happened to visit Bangalore, India. And then he saw Infosys, he saw Tata, he saw Wipro, the big Indian companies. And he saw the software factory development, 10,000 people develop software for Western market. And then he decided that's the model we should follow. And then he came back to Vietnam and established FPT Software with the goal to go to the global market. So FPT Software established in 1999. We went first to the USA, the biggest market in the world. So naturally we went there, established an office in San Jose. But unfortunately, 1 year after we went to US, the market, you know, the dot-com bubble, right? So the market just went down because nothing. So we have to close our office in the US, and we went to Japan. In Japan, and we went to Japan from the year 2000. And then after, I think that it took around 3 years to get business from Japan. And from the year 2003 until around 2008, we have very fast growing phase. We double every year. I think Japanese people call it bye-bye business. Double every year. But then the Lehman shock, and then now the last 3 years our growth slowed down to around only 15-20%. And from this year, we're trying to be back on the growth track again. So we are trying to work now to go back to like 40% growth, at least, something like that. I think there are many reasons, but if say two things, I would say that the reason is we were very hungry. We were very hungry. You know that FPT started as a Vietnamese company, purely Vietnamese company from Vietnam. There's other international service provider who set up operation in Vietnam and provide service to international customers. But we came from Vietnam. And this has many disadvantages. We don't know anything. We didn't know anything about the global market. We even don't know how to live in a country like in Japan or in the US. Many normal daily things we don't know that. We have to learn drive car, how to drive car, how to live, put the garbage regulation, many small things. We don't have a network connection. We don't know people outside Vietnam. So many disadvantages being a Vietnamese company. But I think there's one big advantage is we were very hungry. And we were very determined to success. I think the best story is about Japan market actually. When we start in Japan 2000, the year 2000, we have not a single Japanese speaking engineer in FPT Software. And we went to Japan. Nobody speaks Japanese, but we went to Japan. But then we had a chance to talk with. We are lucky because we have a relationship. We build a relationship, a network before with Japan through many Japanese projects in Vietnam. So we have a relationship with Meiti, with some big Japanese company, when they invest in Vietnam. And so when we went there, they received us. And I think we are lucky that we went to Japan that way, because Japanese company is different from the US. The Japanese Japanese customer give us time to grow, to measure, on the condition that we have to improve ourselves. I think in the US, either you can do it or you cannot do it, and you cannot do it, and okay, we don't talk with you, but you can do it, okay, talk. But in Japan, totally different. So we invest in Japanese learning school, and everybody went to Japan class, I am also have go to Japan, but although my Japanese is only Yokyu. But now I think now we have like a 500 Japanese speaking engineer already. So over the year we invest, yeah, we invest a lot. It takes time, but the customer give us time to grow. I think that's but it show our determination. In the first 3 years working with Japanese customer, we have no project. 3 years from the year 2000 to 2003. Actually, it's only that we visit each other and talk and meeting, shake hands, take picture, many things. Yeah, but no project. But we still believe in the market. We still, and so we after that the success comes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think if I recall the history of the software, the turning point is actually, that's the first thing is when we went to Japan was one of the turning point. I think that's very, very, I think the most important point in our history. But the decision to go to Japan. That's the first. The second turning point is, I think, is a little bit negative is the Lehman shock in 3 years ago, and so we slow down significantly. So I think the first turning point went to going to Japan, and I just told you before that this make the fundamental success for FPT software, make us a company like today. The Lehman shock is a little bit, it's affect our growth. We grow, before that we grow 70–80%, but after that only 15%. So big change in customer, in our organization. We have many people, that young people, very ambitious. They want to see opportunity for growth. And if we are not growing, a lot of people, they don't have the motivation. They have to see grow opportunity. They're very young, so grow is very important for us. So when we slow down, it's a big problem. Of course, financial is one thing, but other thing is the human resource. I think for FPT Corporation, within FPT Corporation framework, our mission is to make FPT a global company. Before that, I told you in her history that FPT is mostly a domestic company, and FPT Software had a mission to go out, to go to other countries, to get customers, to increase the global business for FPT. So now we start with around 10 people, and in Vietnam now we have 4,000 people working in office in 7 countries outside Vietnam. So that's the first thing, first actually mission for FPT Corporation. But thinking more broadly, I think it's we don't think in the term of service or what we do, but I think it's for us it's two main targets, 2 main goals for us. We want to achieve this. One is to make FPT say global brand in the IT market, in the world global IT market. We don't have any Vietnamese brand until now outside Vietnam. So that's the first thing we want to do. And the second thing is we want to give as many as possible young Vietnamese people the chance to go outside Vietnam, to work with international companies, to go outside, to work in the US, in Japan, in Europe, everywhere outside Vietnam. I think that's very important for our people to learn through this process. They learn, they will mature, they will make our economy stronger, our IT industry much stronger. That in Vietnam nowadays, if you are rich, your parents are rich, and you have a chance to go to overseas study, it's okay. Many people send children to Singapore, to UK, Australia to study. But there's much more people. They don't have that chance.
I think you mentioned in the vision to be a more global
Yeah.
level.
I think the first thing is to be to have a global brand, to make FPT a name in the global.
To realize that you invest in the people to run more culture and run ways and this part.
Yeah, I think actually it's not the second one. It's not to serve the first one, but it's kind of. I said that we are a Vietnamese company starting from Vietnam, and what we want is to go outside Vietnam. And for us personally, I work for Android software for 13 years, and I think half of the time I work outside Vietnam. So I had a chance to learn many things from the country I work in. And so we also want to give everybody the same chance, as many as possible. We want to have 10,000 people possible if they can go outside Vietnam. We have many strong competitors. Actually, most of our competitors, whether in India, China, also, they already went a long way before us. 10 years, 20 years before us. We are doing catch up here. So I think this most important is for me still this hungry spirit. We catch up, so we have to fight to do everything possible to catch up with the computer. And of course, I mean, Vietnam still have some advantage as a country. We have our cost is low. I think our cost is around 60% of China, 60% of China, and very high literacy within the population. We have like 300 college now. They have who provide IT training. So I think we should utilize the power of people and also the cost advantage, and plus the hungry spirit. I think then we can be competitive.
How do you think about technology? Now technologies are rapidly growing, and for example, the smartphone market, many innovations. How do you think about how do you educate your employee in the technology point of view?
I think
that sometimes the technology competition happen in the world.
Yeah, sure. Actually, since a few years, we invest a lot in mobility technology and also cloud computing, and other things like big data mining, and of course voice control. Many interesting technology right now, and I think technology on one hand will bring a lot of chance for us. It's like a mobility. I think mobility is a shipment like PC before. So like in the early 80s, the PC introduced. After that, many softwares were written for the PC. I think the mobility now is still in the very early phase. We use mobile phone, smartphone, but the smartphone we have more and more software. We need more and more software on that, and that is a chance for us to provide this kind of service. And also, many companies are using smartphone as a working device. So this is also they will need a lot more service for those. But on the other hand, I think the technology can also be challenging, threatening. I think like cloud computing now. Cloud is on the one hand we can provide a cloud migration service, helping company to bring the system into cloud. But on the other hand, once they have a cloud infrastructure in place, what service will they need our customer? Maybe they don't need the same thing we are providing today. They need different things. So we need to be very careful. We don't miss the technology trend, and we just that is I think could be a threat to our business model. So we need to be careful. Yeah, I think in FPT University we focus on technology and foreign language. That's the two things which Vietnamese are still weak. Technology is okay, but foreign language especially not good. So we have to learn English, Japanese. Yeah, I think IT has a hardware and software. I think in hardware, hardware is very strong globally. I think Taiwan is electronic owner. I think HTC is a very good case from outsourced manufacturer. Now they have their own brand, become a big global player. So in the hardware, I think Asia has many strong company globally. But I think in the software, it's more limited. I think in my view, most company in big market in Japan, China, Korea, are very much focus on their domestic market. They're not going global. We don't have many. Actually, it's very difficult to name a global software company from Japan or from China or from. I think it's talking about Vietnamese IT industry. I think it's just we need. I think we need two things. One is building let's say the information infrastructure for the country. We start late. We start very late. Other country already moved 20, 30 years ago. So we are late, but I think we have one advantage is we don't have a legacy system. So if now we build our own infrastructure, we can build from scratch. We can use the newest technology. But that requires speed, of course, requires speed from ourselves. So I think that's one thing. The second thing is, I said that we need global brands. Vietnam now has I think almost no global brands. So we need to have global brands. I think that what IPT also trying to do. Yeah, I think I said that in Vietnam, if the Vietnamese IT company should contribute to build a information infrastructure for Vietnam. I mean, we need many things. We need education. We need healthcare. We need transportation. Many things. We have 70% of our population still living in a rural area and lacking many things. I mean, so I think mobility technology or this technology can help to bring a solution to the country. I think that's one thing in Vietnam. And I think outside is said how to become a global brand. Global brand is of course it cannot rely on low cost only. Global branding always have you have something unique, something strong. Yeah, unique. Yeah, idea, innovation. Whether in a new project, new product, new service, or your way of working model, or many things. So, but that we need to try. We must. I think we must. I think forecast for 5 or 10 years is very tough.
Very tough.
And actually, we set the target to grow. I told before that we set the target to being back on growth track again. So we want to grow around at least 40% every year. I hope that in 10 years we become a billion company.
Wow, yeah, good, very good.
Yeah. I think it's first is of course a competitor. We have always challenge. So we have a very strong competitor, much more major, much bigger than us. For us as a catch-up company, the more chunks there. I mean, the more chunks things are changing now. So more chains mean more chunks for us actually. For the established company, they don't like chains. They already have existing business model, existing customer, existing revenue. But when the technology change, business model change, I think that's a chance for us. You know that mobility is one example. Cloud computing is another example. That's a new thing, but it's new for everybody. So we have the chance, the same chance to compete like other things. Mainframe is, for example, very tough for us. So on American other computer have 30 years of experience in mainframe. We don't have mainframe in Vietnam. The new things, I think that will be the chance for us, and we have to utilize. I think it's to say to the Japanese audience, what I would like to say most is big thanks. Actually, Japan gave us a chance to become a company like us today. Japan's market is more than half of our market. I think, but it's more important. I said that at the beginning that the Japanese customer always give us the time to learn. The time to learn, time to grow, to mature, to improve. That's very important for us starting very low base.
Through our decision.
Yeah.
That's a problem in Japan.
Yeah. So I think we consider it's not only a customer but market, but it's more also like a friend. We consider we always consider Japan and our Japanese customer like friends. I think for the worldwide audience, I think that maybe the first time they heard about FPT, because we still were no name in the global stage. But I wish, and we will do everything possible to make FPT a global name, say in 5 years.
Yeah, everything is possible.
Yeah,
all right.
Possible.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our company, TMA, was established 15 years ago in 1997 with 6 engineers, and now we have over 1,200. We focus 100% on software outsourcing for customers from Japan, Asia Pacific, Europe, and North America. In telecom, initially, and now in business application and in mobile application. We have been certified as a CMMI Level 5 company since July of 2011. And we have 6 offices in Ho Chi Minh City and 5 offices overseas, including 1 office in Tokyo, Japan. Our total revenue in 2012 is around $24 million US, and 50% of that is from North America. Yes, and 30% is from Europe, and the other 20% is from Asia Pacific.
How about Japan?
Japan is now about 7%. Yeah. So it's about 1.5 million. so it's still small.
Yeah. Okay, you're expecting to grow, growing because of war.
We definitely expect to grow because I think that many more Japanese companies are coming to Ho Chi Minh City now. Many Japanese companies tend to go to Hanoi first, but now they are finding a lot more resources who are Japanese speaking in Ho Chi Minh City. When we started, we focused on telecom. And the system that we have to develop is actually very complex because they are for telecom equipment that are developed and deployed into the public and the enterprise network. So when we move to business application, in fact it is easier. So we are now focusing on a number of sectors, banking, finance, and supply management. Yeah. Now 3 years ago, we established the TMA Mobile Application Center, and we call that TMS. Again, with only about 12 engineers 3 years ago. Now we have over 120, mainly to develop applications for iPhone, iPad, Android phone, and now we start doing some for Windows 8 as well.
So they are rapidly growing.
Yes.
How about the embedded system? For example, the set-top box and
we have also a very sizable group doing embedded system as well, especially for control system. And in fact, one of our Japanese customers is TSTC, which is the Toshiba System Technology Group, and the work that we are doing for them is mostly embedded software. The big names are in the telecom area. So we have customers such as Alcatel-Lucent, Avaya, NEC in Australia. So those are some of the big so-called telecom companies. In Japan, one of our customers is NTT Software. NTT Software. For other non-telecom customers, we have people like Amdoc, which is a US company, and there is another telecom company in the US called Shortel. So, so those would be the top 5 companies that we have. There are at least 3 reasons why we have been able to grow, very steadily over the last 50 years. Number 1, the quality of our people is very good, because in Vietnam, supply is exceeding demand. So if you have a group of new graduates coming from a university, we only select the top 5 or 10%.
That is level of knowledge, something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they enter TMA, we also provide them with a very good training program, because we have our own training center. It's called TMA Training Center or TTC. We also have a program to train final year students who are in the last year at the university for 3 months, free of charge, so they get some experience in terms of working in a real software company. As a result of that, after 3 months of starting in TMA, they can actually start working on real project. So the quality of the people are much better compared to, let's say, the average quality of an Indian or Chinese designer. That's number one. Number two, I think that the ethical standard of Vietnamese designer is also much higher. We work very hard and we are also very flexible in terms of meeting customer demand. As a result of that, we work very hard with Japanese customers, okay? Because they are also very, very hard working.
Yeah, the customer is very, quality sensitive people. Yeah.
The third reason is also because our quality is also very high by international standard. For example, we are now a CMMI level 5 company. So therefore, with those three reasons, one is good talent, two is good working attitude, three is good so-called quality system, we have been able to succeed with all the customers. We never fail any customer, and so by reputation, we get more and more business coming to us.
Yeah.
So at that time, around 2004,
Yeah.
one of our customer decided that they move all the development work for a major data routing product from the US to TMA. So that project went from like 30 people to over 120 people. Four times. Similarly, in 2008, we have another customer who decided to consolidate the work in 7 locations from 5 different countries into TMA. And the number also went from 0 to something like 150 in 3 months.
So to jump up, yeah, but recently, some of the companies facing the survival of, for example, Lima shock, the economy was stopped. How did you do to survive those economic crisis and something like that?
So in fact, when our customers are facing difficulty in their home market, they still have to continue to invest in the R&D for their product, but they have to reduce the cost. And as a result of that, they in fact try to outsource more work to us. So over the last 3 years, for example, since 2009, our business actually has been growing. Furthermore, many of them are in fact moving from India to Vietnam, because in India they are facing problem with a rising cost and very high staff turnover, and therefore it is also good for us. vision
Vision.
is to continue
Continue.
to grow the outsourcing business so that Vietnam become more and more famous, and then therefore we can attract more and more people to come and utilize the Vietnamese human capital, the Vietnamese brain power. For this particular software industry, then our own mission is to become the software company, the #1 software company in R&D outsourcing. So not just any kind of outsourcing, but it is outsourcing for R&D, research and development. Because that requires a much higher level of intelligence. Therefore, we can leverage, we can utilize the talent that we have in Vietnam.
It's not only a rural labor cost competition, but you have your own technology with your R&D team, and utilize your own technology to provide to the customer.
Absolutely. In fact, that is the reason why we are in the planning stage for establishing a dedicated R&D center in Saigon High Tech Park. That we will focus on IT-enabled application.
IT-enabled application.
Right. Could be for agriculture, it could be for healthcare, it could be for energy, and this is also an area that we want to work with many foreign partners, including partners from Japan, so that we can utilize the infrastructure and the human capital that we have. I think the future for Asia is very bright, because not only that we have very good so-called human capital for low tech, but we also have good human capital for high tech as well. So we can take advantage of advanced country with advanced technology like Japan, like Korea, and combine with the human capital from country like Vietnam in order to develop the application and the product not only for the Asia market but also for the world market as well. So we are definitely looking forward to participate more in terms of promoting and developing the Asian high-tech industry. I have one very important thing that I would like to say.
Yeah.
I have had the opportunity to live and work in Japan for 3 years, from 1990 to 1992. So I have many friends, and I think that I understand Japan very well. I think that Japan should not expect us to speak Japanese too much. So we can then work more readily.
Okay.
We can combine Japanese technology, Japanese idea with our large pool of people, and together we can compete well. North American company are working with us. Why not Japanese company? We are very close. We have so many things in common. So the only barrier right now is the language barrier. So if we can overcome that, we have more and more of our people learning Japanese, but do not expect us to be able to learn Japanese very fast. So if we can somehow work together to overcome that barrier, we can do a lot of great things with Japanese company. We are very optimistic that Vietnam, because of the large population, will play a big part in developing our IT industry. This is one of the so-called the asset, a national asset that we have, the brain power of our people. Large young population, 70% under 30, and then therefore we can readily do many things in IT. In fact, nowadays we are exporting also a lot of IT talent to many countries, to Japan, to Singapore, to North America. So yes, we are very optimistic about the Vietnamese IT industry. Because we still have a very young workforce, so we cannot grow too fast, because then the ratio of experience to new grad would become smaller and smaller. So we are planning to grow at the rate of about 20% a year. Our biggest challenge is to really to market our capability to the outside world, so that more people know about Vietnam, more people know about the Vietnam software industry, more people know about our human capital. That is for the world market. For Japan market, biggest challenge is to have a lot of Japanese speaking engineers. So for our friends around the world, please come to Vietnam and utilize the great pool of our young population. For our friend from Japan, we hope that you can also help us with overcoming the Japanese language barrier, so that we can work together with you to develop and implement your idea. And together we can succeed.